Hello. Okay, so this is sculptxr. So this is a port of sculptxr to VR. This is currently running through Metalink, so this is PC VR, but it also runs on standalone Quest 3 in AR mode. But it's easy to show some of the demos in this. This current version is 0.370, I think, 0.7.370. So this is a regular polygon object, so you can do the usual sculpting stuff. So this is the flatten brush. I can go to the regular sculpting brush. So pushing up and down on my stick will go bigger, smaller. On my left controller, I can push the thumbstick left and right to undo and redo. So as well as pushing the stick up and down, I can also change the radius here from my menus and the intensity. So I might go really strong brush. So that all works. I use the grip controls to turn the model around, so like a regular VR thing. And if I use two hands, I can scale. There is a bit of an issue with the pivot point for the scale. So if I pull it closer, it gets smaller, but it also gets far away. I will fix that at some point. The main thing I want to show, apart from all these kind of menus here, which is kind of fun, so all the things you would expect from sculptxr are mostly here. I'm yet to fill out some of the things. The reason I haven't done that yet is I've been playing around with this voxel brush, which is not in sculptxr. So I'm going to delete this sphere, and I'm going to change the mode to voxel. So what this does is, by default, you just paint a space. Whoops, I'm going to have to reset my scene. Reset voxel brush. Oh, why is that? Let me just quickly reset. So it's still a work in progress, but I'm just going to reach under my screen here and refresh the page. In fact, maybe I'll just do this way. So I'm going to jump out, go back to my desktop, and refresh. So this is not the best demo, but this shows this is an active work in progress. So click the Enter VR button, and in we go. Okay, so I'm going to delete the sphere again and go to the voxel tool and draw. So you can see that this is now a regular sort of a voxel tool. It's quite fast. You can see this is low res, but I'll show you some tricks. So by default, it's just an add brush, so I can make sort of cool swooshy shapes. I can change to the sub mode, and this now will carve away. I can make my brush size bigger, and I can carve it all back. And I've also got these other modes here. So inflate. So if I use inflate in open space, it does nothing. But if I put it near the surface, it will build up. And you can sort of like inflate things quite quickly. Or I can use deflate, which will push the other way, which almost acts like a smooth. The other thing you can do with this, which is quite cool, is you can use this resolution. So this changes the voxel resolution. So if I push this up to, say, 144 and then hit resample, note that you can't undo this operation. We now get a really high res thing, and I'm pleased that this is still quite performant. So you can see I can be quite sort of loosey-goosey. The other way that you can bring up the negative mode is if I press the trigger on my other hand while I'm sculpting. So this is negative. So I can sculpt. I can do some inflating. I can do some deflating just to cover back. And then when you're done, get this cool weird shape. You can convert this into a polygon mesh. So if I press this bake to mesh button, this is now back to polygons, and I can just sculpt on this. There's a little UI glitch where when I do that, it turns off symmetry. That's a quick fix, but I'm trying to not do any more work on this tonight. So now I'm back to my regular brush, and I can just sculpt on this. There's a few other things. You can play around these various menus. There's a PBR renderer. There's all kinds of stuff, different lighting environments. Oh, Venetian crossroads. You can also paint. So if I close up this menu, go back to topology, not topology. So it has multi-res as well, so I can subdivide a few times. Whoops, that's getting heavy, but that's all right. Let's maybe go down a level and delete the higher. What can I do? I can, you can remesh from here. It does dynamic topology. I haven't played with much of this. I'm just mainly been focusing on the voxel tools. You can also paint. So there's a paint tool here. Let's see if this works. At some point, I implemented sort of this ray casting selection. So sometimes, if you're not aiming directly at the sculpt, it'll assume that you're kind of like trying to select something else. So I've got to fix that. but painting does work. So I can choose a different thing. I can also choose different properties. So I might make this very rough and very metallic. And now, come on. So when it goes dim, it's just telling you that you've deselected the mesh. But you can see this has different surface properties now, which is pretty cool. What else? That's kind of it that I wanted to show. Mainly all these new voxel tools, which are pretty cool. So have a play. If you have feedback, yeah, let me know. Cheers.